When a poor single father jumped in front of a bullet to save a cold-hearted crime branch officer, he had no idea his sacrifice would melt her frozen heart. What happened next morning at the hospital shocked the entire city and changed 3 lives forever. Before watching full story, comment below from where you watching. Also like and subscribe for more stories. The rain fell hard on the streets of Mumbai that October evening. Inspector Meera Sharma sat in her police jeep, watching the old building across the street. Her team was ready. Tonight they would catch Vikram Malhotra, the man who had killed 3 officers in the past year. Meera's hands gripped the radio. All units stay alert. He's dangerous. She was one of the best officers in the crime branch. People respected her. But they also feared her cold, serious face. Meera never smiled. She never showed weakness. Work was everything to her. Across the street, inside a small tea shop, Arjun Mehta wiped down tables. He was tired. His shoulders hurt. But he kept working. His daughter Riya would be hungry when she came home from school. Arjun was a single father. His wife had died 3 years ago from cancer. Since then, every day was a battle. He worked 2 jobs, the tea shop in the morning and a taxi service at night. Money was always tight. But when Riya smiled at him, everything felt worth it. "Papa will be late tonight," he had told her that morning. "But I'll bring your favorite sweets." Riya had hugged him. "I love you, Papa." Those words gave him strength. Now, as Arjun cleaned the last table, he heard shouting outside. He looked through the window. Police vehicles surrounded the building next door. Officers were running. Guns were drawn. His heart started beating fast. Something bad was happening. Suddenly, a man burst through the tea shop door. He was bleeding. His eyes were wild with fear and anger. It was Vikram Malhotra. "Don't move!" Vikram shouted, pointing a gun at Arjun. Arjun froze. His body went cold. Outside, Meera saw Vikram enter the tea shop. "No," she whispered. There was a civilian inside. An innocent man. "I'm going in," she told her team. "Ma'am, wait for backup." But Meera didn't wait. She had spent 5 years chasing Vikram. He had killed her partner, her friend. This was personal. She pushed open the tea shop door slowly. Her gun was raised. Her eyes met Vikram's. "Let him go," Meera said calmly. "This is between you and me." Vikram laughed. It was a horrible sound. "You took everything from me, Inspector. You destroyed my business. You sent my brother to jail where he died. Now I take something from you." He turned his gun toward Meera. Time seemed to slow down. Arjun saw the killer's finger move toward the trigger. He saw the lady officer, this brave woman who was trying to save him. He thought of Riya, his sweet daughter. She had already lost her mother. But this officer, she was someone's daughter too. Maybe someone's sister. She had people who loved her. Arjun didn't think. He just moved. He jumped in front of Meera just as Vikram fired. The bullet hit Arjun in the chest. Pain exploded through his body. He fell backward. The world started going dark. He heard screaming. Gunshots. More shouting. The last thing Arjun thought before everything went black was Riya's face. "I'm sorry, baby." Papa tried. Meera caught Arjun as he fell. His blood covered her hands. Her uniform. "No, no, no," she screamed. Her team rushed in. They shot Vikram. He fell dead. But Meera didn't care about that. She looked down at the man dying in her arms. "Why did you do that?" she whispered. "Why?" Arjun's eyes opened slightly. His lips moved. "Daughter? School up, please." Then he passed out. "Get an ambulance now," Meera shouted. At the hospital, doctors rushed Arjun into surgery. Meera stood outside the operation room, covered in blood. Her hands wouldn't stop shaking. Her senior officer arrived. "Meera, you should go home. Clean up. Rest." "No," she said. "I need to know if he survives." "Who was he? Do you know him?" Meera shook her head. "Just a man who worked in a tea shop. Just an innocent man who saved my life." But she wanted to know everything about him. She sent her team to investigate. Within an hour, they brought her the information. His name is Arjun Mehta. Age 35. His wife died 3 years ago. He has a 9-year-old daughter named Riya. She's staying with a neighbor right now. The neighbor says Arjun works 2 jobs to support her. He's struggling, ma'am. They're poor. Meera's heart broke. This man had everything to lose. He had a daughter who needed him. Yet he had jumped in front of a bullet for a stranger. "Where is the daughter?" Meera asked. "At St. Mary's School. We sent someone to pick her up." "No," Meera said firmly. "I'll get her myself." Mira changed into clean clothes and drove to the school. The principal brought out a small girl with long black hair and big brown eyes. She was wearing a school uniform that was a bit too old, a bit too worn. Ria looked scared. "Where's my papa? He was supposed to pick me up." Mira knelt down so she was eye level with the girl. For the first time in years, her hard face softened. "Ria, my name is Mira. I'm a police officer. Your papa had an accident. He's in the hospital." Ria's eyes filled with tears. "Is he going to die? Like Mama died?" Those words hit Mira like a punch. "No, sweetheart. The doctors are helping him. He's very strong. But he asked me to take care of you while he gets better." "Papa asked for me?" "Yes. His last words before surgery were about you. You're everything to him." Ria started crying. Mira pulled her close and let her cry. This small child had already lost so much. Life had been so cruel to her. At the hospital, Mira sat with Ria outside the operation room. Hours passed. Ria fell asleep on the chair, her head on Mira's lap. Mira stroked her hair gently. She thought about her own life. She had pushed everyone away after her partner died. She had built walls around her heart. Work was safer than love. Work couldn't hurt you. But looking at this sleeping child, Mira felt something crack inside those walls. Finally, a doctor came out. Mira's heart stopped. "He's alive," the doctor said. "The surgery was successful. We removed the bullet. But the next 24 hours are critical. He lost a lot of blood. We need to see if his body can recover." "Can we see him?" "Not yet. He's in ICU. Maybe tomorrow morning." Mira took Ria to her apartment that night. It was the first time a child had been in her home. She made simple food, rice and dal. Ria ate quietly. "Do you have your mama's picture?" Ria asked suddenly. "No," Mira said. "I live alone." "Don't you feel lonely?" Mira paused. "Sometimes. Papa says everyone needs someone to love. He says that's what makes us human." Such wise words from such a small child. Mira wondered what kind of man Arjun was to raise a daughter like this. That night, Ria slept in Mira's bed. Mira sat in a chair watching her. She couldn't sleep. She kept thinking about Arjun lying in the hospital. A man she didn't know. A man who had saved her life without thinking twice. The next morning, Mira woke Ria up early. "Let's go see your papa." At the hospital, the doctors had good news. "He's stable. He woke up an hour ago. He's asking for his daughter." Mira felt relief flood through her body. He was alive. Thank God. She took Ria's hand and walked to the ICU. Through the glass window they could see Arjun lying in bed. He was pale and weak, with tubes and wires connected to him. But his eyes were open. The nurse let Ria go inside for a few minutes. "Papa." Ria ran to the bed carefully. Arjun smiled. It was weak, but it was real. "My baby girl. You're okay." "Papa, why did you do that? Why did you get hurt?" "Because." Arjun's voice was soft. "Because that's what love does, Ria. We protect people. Even people we don't know. That officer, she was doing her duty. She was being brave. I couldn't let her die." Ria cried. "But I need you, Papa. I can't lose you too. I'm here, baby. I'm here." Outside the ICU, Mira watched this scene. Tears rolled down her cheeks. She, the tough crime branch officer who never cried, was crying. Her team members who came to check on her were shocked. They had never seen Inspector Mira Sharma show emotion. "Ma'am, are you okay?" one officer asked. "That man," Mira said, her voice breaking. "He has nothing. He struggles every day. He works himself to death for his daughter. And still he gave everything to save me. A stranger. How can someone be so good?" She wiped her tears and made a decision. A decision that would change everything. When Ria came out of the ICU, Mira knelt down again. "Ria, I need to tell you something. Your papa is a hero. He saved my life. And I'm going to make you a promise. I'm going to help your family. I'm going to make sure you and your papa are okay." "But why?" Ria asked. "You don't know us. Because your papa taught me something important. He reminded me what it means to be truly brave. Not just with guns and uniforms, but with heart. With love." Over the next week, Mira visited the hospital every day. She brought food for Ria. She paid the hospital bills, every single rupee. When Arjun found out, he cried. "I can't accept this," he told Mira. "It's too much." "You gave me my life," Mira said simply. "This is nothing compared to that. But I have nothing to give you back. You already gave me something. You reminded me why I became a police officer. To protect people. To serve. Somewhere along the way I forgot that. I became cold. Art. I only wanted revenge. But you showed me what real courage looks like. As Arjun recovered, Mira learned more about him. She visited his small apartment. It was tiny, just one room. But it was clean and full of love. There were pictures of his wife everywhere. Drawings that Ria had made. Books that were old but well read. Your wife was beautiful, Mira said, looking at a photo. She was everything, Arjun said softly. When she died, I thought my life was over. But then I looked at Ria and I knew I had to keep going. For her. She needed me. You're a good father. I try. Some days are harder than others. Money is always a problem. I work so much and still it's never enough. I worry Ria feels alone. I worry I'm failing her. You're not failing her, Mira said firmly. That little girl loves you more than anything in the world. You're giving her the most important thing, your love, your time, your heart. Someone had recorded video of Arjun jumping in front of the bullet. The footage was shaky and unclear, but it showed the moment clearly. A local news channel got the video and aired it. Within days the story went viral. Single father saves police officer, takes bullet to chest. Poor man's heroic act moves entire city. Father of one risks everything for stranger. People were crying watching the video. Comments flooded social media. This is what real heroism looks like. That little girl must be so proud. We need more people like him in this world. Mira's phone wouldn't stop ringing. News channels wanted interviews. People wanted to donate money to Arjun. The police commissioner called her personally. Inspector Mira, I've reviewed the case. This man saved your life with complete disregard for his own safety. I want to honor him properly. We're organizing a ceremony. Sir, he doesn't want attention. He just wants to go back to his normal life. His life doesn't have to be just normal anymore. Let us help him. The ceremony was held 2 weeks later. Arjun could walk now, though he still felt weak. He wore simple clothes, the best he owned but still old. Mira had bought him new clothes but he refused. These are fine, he said. The police commissioner gave Arjun a bravery award. The crowd clapped. Cameras flashed. Ria stood next to her father, holding his hand tightly. Mr. Arjun Mehta, the commissioner said. You showed extraordinary courage. You remind all of us, police officers and citizens, what it means to put others before ourselves. On behalf of the Mumbai police, I thank you. But the real surprise came next. Mira stepped forward. Sir, if I may say something. She turned to face Arjun and Ria. When you saved my life, I was a different person. I was angry. Broken. I had forgotten why I chose this job. But watching your love for your daughter, your willingness to sacrifice everything, you changed me. You made me want to be better. Not just as an officer but as a human being. She paused. I've arranged something. There's a small house in Bandra. 2 bedrooms. It's not big but it's yours. Rent-free for 5 years. I've also spoken to the owner of a transport company. They need honest drivers. Good pay, decent hours. The job is yours if you want it. 1 job instead of 2. Arjun stood frozen. He couldn't believe what he was hearing. I can't accept. Yes, you can, Mira said, her voice gentle but firm. You gave me my life back. Let me give you a better life. For you and Ria. Tears rolled down Arjun's face. Why are you doing this? Because you matter. Because Ria matters. Because kindness should be rewarded, not punished. The crowd erupted in applause. People were crying. Even tough police officers wiped their eyes. The house in Bandra was small but perfect. 2 bedrooms, a tiny kitchen, a living room with windows that let in sunlight. Ria ran from room to room laughing. Papa. I have my own room. My own room. Arjun stood in the doorway, overwhelmed. For 3 years they had lived in one room. Ria had never had privacy. Never had space to play. Now she did. Mira helped them move in. She brought furniture, simple but good quality. She brought groceries. She brought toys for Ria. This is too much, Arjun kept saying. Stop saying that, Mira replied. Let someone help you for once. Over the next few months, Arjun started his new job. The pay was better. The hours were better. For the first time in years he came home before Ria went to bed. They ate dinner together. They talked. They laughed. Mira visited often. She and Ria became close. Mira taught her self-defense. She helped with homework. She told her stories about police work, the safe stories, not the dangerous ones. One evening Ria asked, Mira auntie, why don't you have a family? Mira smiled sadly. I had my work. I thought that was enough. Is it enough? No, Mira admitted. It's not. Arjun was in the kitchen, but he heard this conversation. His heart ached for this woman who had given them so much but seemed to have so little for herself. Months passed. Arjun grew stronger. The bullet wound healed, leaving a scar over his heart. My badge of honor, he joked. Mira continued to visit. But slowly something changed. The visits weren't just about checking on them anymore. They were about friendship. About connection. Arjun noticed how Mira's face lit up when Ria ran to hug her. He noticed how she laughed, really laughed, at their dinner table. He noticed how she seemed lighter, happier. One evening, after Ria went to bed, Arjun and Mira sat on the small balcony drinking tea. Can I ask you something? Arjun said. Of course. Why did you really help us? Was it just about the bullet? Mira was quiet for a long time. At first, yes. I felt guilty. You took a bullet meant for me. I felt like I owed you. But then I got to know you both. I saw how you love your daughter. How you work so hard. How you stay kind even when life has been cruel. And I realized I wasn't helping you. You were healing me. Healing you from what? From loneliness. From anger. From becoming someone I didn't recognize anymore. She looked at him. You and Ria reminded me what matters. Love. Family. Kindness. I had forgotten all of that. Arjun reached out and gently took her hand. You're not alone anymore. You have us. Mira's eyes filled with tears. Do I? Always. A year after the shooting, something beautiful had happened. Mira, Arjun, and Ria had become a family. Not in the traditional way. Not through blood or marriage. But through love. Mira was there for Ria's 10th birthday. She brought a big cake and gifts. The three of them celebrated together, laughing until their stomachs hurt. Make a wish, baby, Arjun told Ria. Ria closed her eyes. She blew out the candles. Then she looked at Mira and her father. I wished for us to always be together. The three of us. Arjun and Mira looked at each other. Something unspoken passed between them. Later that night, after Ria was asleep, Arjun found the courage to say what he'd been feeling for months. Mira, I need to tell you something. I know this might be unexpected. I know we come from different worlds. But I think I've fallen in love with you. Mira's breath caught. Arjun? You don't have to say anything. I just needed you to know. You've brought light back into our lives. Into my life. I wake up every day grateful that I took that bullet because it brought you to us. I love you too, Mira whispered. I've been afraid to admit it. Afraid to hope. But I do. I love you. And I love Ria. You've both become my whole world. They sat there in the quiet night, holding hands, letting this new truth settle over them. 6 months later, Mira and Arjun got married. It was a simple ceremony. Just close friends and family. Ria was the flower girl. She wore a beautiful pink dress and couldn't stop smiling. Papa, you look handsome, she said. And Mira looks beautiful, Arjun replied, watching his bride walk toward him. She did. Mira wore a simple sari. No heavy jewelry. No elaborate makeup. Just natural beauty and pure happiness. As they exchanged vows, both had tears in their eyes. I promise to love you, Arjun said. To support you. To stand by you. Just as you stood by us. I promise to be the mother Ria deserves, Mira said. To be the partner you need. To build a life filled with love. The crowd clapped. People cried. It was a perfect moment. That night, in their home, their family home now, the three of them sat together. I have 2 mommies now, Ria said suddenly. Mama in heaven and Mira mama here. I'm so lucky. Mira pulled her close. I'll never try to replace your mother. But I promise to love you just as much as she did. I know, Ria said. Papa told me. He said Mama would be happy. That she'd want him to be happy. And you make him happy. You make us all happy. 2 years after that fateful night in the tea shop, Mira received an invitation. A school wanted her to speak to students about bravery. She accepted. But she brought Arjun and Ria with her. Standing in front of hundreds of students, Mira told the story. She didn't hide anything. She told them about her anger. Her coldness. Her obsession with revenge. I was lost, she said. I had forgotten what it meant to be human. To care. To love. Then she pointed to Arjun. This man saved my life. But not just because he took a bullet for me. He saved my life by teaching me what real courage is. Courage isn't about guns or fights. Courage is working 2 jobs to feed your child. Courage is staying kind when life is cruel. Courage is loving even when you're afraid. The students listened, completely silent. I learned something important, Mira continued. We're all connected. What we do matters. One act of kindness can change everything. When Mr. Arjun jumped in front of that bullet, he didn't just save me. He saved himself too. He saved his daughter's future. He taught everyone around him what it means to be truly good. She paused. Life will hurt you. Life will test you. You'll face pain and loss and struggle. But you have a choice. You can become hard and cold like I did. Or you can stay soft and kind like Arjun. I'm here to tell you, choose kindness. Every single time. The auditorium erupted in applause. Students stood up. Teachers cried. After the speech, a young boy came up to them. Sir, he said to Arjun, you're my hero. Arjun knelt down. You know what? You can be a hero too. You don't need superpowers. You just need a good heart. 5 years after the shooting, life was beautiful for the Mehta Sharma family. Arjun ran his own small taxi business. He had 3 cars and employed 2 other drivers. Business was good. Mira had been promoted to deputy commissioner. She was respected not just for her police work, but for her compassion. She had started a program helping families of crime victims. Ria was 15 now. Smart, kind, and strong. She wanted to be a doctor. To help people like Papa and Mira Mama help people. One evening, the 3 of them sat on their balcony watching the sunset. Papa, Ria said, do you ever regret it? Jumping in front of that bullet? Arjun looked at his wife and daughter. His family. His whole world. Not for a single second, he said. That moment changed everything. It brought us together. It taught me that love is stronger than fear. That giving is more powerful than taking. You taught all of us that, Mira added. You showed us what it means to be truly alive. They sat there together as the sun went down, painting the sky in beautiful colors. 3 people who had found each other in the darkest moment. 3 people who had built something beautiful from pain. In the end, Arjun's sacrifice had taught the world a simple but profound truth. Love is the greatest courage of all. When you love someone, truly, deeply, selflessly, you're willing to give everything. You're willing to take a bullet. You're willing to stand in the fire. Because that's what love does. It protects. It serves. It sacrifices. And in that sacrifice we find meaning. We find purpose. We find hope. Arjun had been just a simple tea shop worker. But his one act of courage had created ripples that touched thousands of lives. People who heard his story became kinder. More compassionate. More brave. That's the power of one good person. One kind act. One moment of selfless love. As Mira held Arjun's hand and watched Ria laugh at something on her phone, she sent a silent thank you to the universe. Thank you for that terrible, beautiful night. Thank you for bringing this man into my life. Thank you for teaching me to love again. And somewhere, in whatever place exists beyond this life, perhaps Arjun's first wife smiled too. Smiled knowing her daughter was safe. Her husband was happy. And the family she'd had to leave behind had found love again. Because that's what love does. It never really ends. It just transforms, grows, and continues. Forever.